Hey guys, so sorry. I have been a little behind lately, but I want to give you guys a little bit of an update first while I shuffle. So this past month I have been moving. Hey guys, I've been moving for the last 3 weeks. It's been pretty hectic. Been doing a lot of life shifting lately, and y'all know how I am about self-care. So I was gonna read yesterday, I just was not feeling it, and it was just a lot. So, your readers, you want them to be in a better space in order to read for you. So in case you notice, the background is different. My friend Sandy and her husband decided to let me stay in their basement for the interim, so this is just a temporary situation. So I apologize if you see lots of different backgrounds and things happening. So just trying to find my space. So this is super temporary. I plan to be moving by the fall, so we'll see what happens, where spirit takes me. So this is a weekend reading for you guys, and super excited. So the gifts that you guys send me, the donations, things of that nature, they help me be able to do this more accurately and more detailed for you guys. So I ended up getting a new deck with the things that you guys sent me. So I appreciate the help so much. It just helps me be a better reader for you guys. So I appreciate the love. If you can, like, share, subscribe, go to my YouTube, do the same. And all of your guys' gifts and love help me supply other things for me to help get more accurate readings for you guys. So, since it's still February and I wasn't able to read on Valentine's Day, I wanted to give you guys a more detailed reading on your loved one that is in your mind right now. So this reading is for the collective. I'm going to start with the tarot, and then we'll get into the oracle, and then we'll get messages from the angels, okay, on guidance. So if you guys have questions, that's fine. That's great. Go ahead and ask. But I really don't read the comments too much when I am reading, because I'm trying to focus on your reading. So if you want a private reading, I have a website in my TikTok bio. I'm still adjusting, so you'll have to forgive me. I have a website in my TikTok bio where you can go and book your own personal reading with me. If you want to get a reading live, it's $11. So you just shout out, and then my Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal are in my TikTok bio. So, call you. Do I know you? Okay, so this is for the collective for the weekend. This weekend coming up, and these messages are timeless, so if you see this video at another time, not in real time, you're meant to hear it anyway. So it could be years down the road, it doesn't matter, but this is timeless, is a timeless reading. God, Source, Universe, please help me connect with my spirit guides as well as the spirit guides of the collective, so that I may get the answers they need to know in this now moment, only for their highest and best, doing harm to none. Thank you, and amen. Aho, ashe. Okay, so the collective, what is going on with their person? Their person. How do they feel about them? What is happening with them? Single or in a relationship? Let's do that. All right. Let's see what we got. 10 of Cups in the reverse. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. So I'm going to do something a little different. I'm just going to pull the cards first, and then I'll give you the rundown. Ooh, they're flying today, guys. You guys no longer have lack mindset when it comes to this situation. You're ready to open up to this person. You guys guys have done a lot of self-healing work. This is amazing. I'm so proud of you guys. Okay, so first off, we have the Ten of Cups and the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So that kind of means like you guys are feeling like your love situation is a little upside down, which, you know, quite figuratively, it's, or quite literally, excuse me. It's pretty self-explanatory with that. But then you have the Fool. You're kind of done with self-sabotage with the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Eight of Wands in the upright usually means self-sabotage, poor speaking to yourselves, like detrimental talk to yourselves. That is really, really ending for you guys because you're starting to get to a place where you're happier with yourself, which is extremely important if you're about to jump into a relationship. And if you're in a relationship, this just means that you've kind of separated yourself for a little while to start working on your own situation, which is a really good thing because just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean you need to lose your individuality. And if you're starting to lose who you are in a relationship, it's time to step back and kind of reevaluate things, and let the other person do the same thing. The overall energy, yeah, is the Two of Wands. You have a decision to make on whether or not you want to leave or if you want to stay and work on this. If you're in a relationship, if you're single, this is two different options on people. So there's two different people in your situation that you may end up talking to, and you have a path to choose. Excuse me, I'm trying to hydrate. I haven't been doing very good to myself lately. With the moving, it gets stressful. But you're willing to take that leap. So you're willing to take the leap to move forward with this person that you're already in a relationship with, or the one that you've been crushing on forever. You're ready to take that leap and just speak your mind because you have the Queen of Swords right here. She means business. She is ready to cut ties with the toxicity in her life. She's ready to wield that sword and use it to her advantage in love. And what I mean by that is she's taking better care of herself in the aspect that she's not letting other people's decisions rule her life. And it doesn't have to be a female or a male. There's no gender in tarot. There's just masculine and feminine energies. We all have both. Some of us have more masculine than others. Others have more feminine. Sorry. You'll have to forgive me. So some of you are more in your feminine energy now, especially with Aquarius moving into Pluto. That is cut and dry, making decisions while being nurturing at the same time. So there's a way to cut these ties with people without being hateful and having it end badly. Because some of you guys are definitely glowing up. You're doing major things with your life. With the Six of Wands here, you're coming into your own. And you're doing your own thing, and you're so happy about it. And it's okay to feel that way. A lot of you guys have this guilt about it, but you don't need to. Because you've been doing so much for other people for so long, and what exactly have they done for you? Like, you're constantly the person that would give everyone else the shirt off their back, but when you need the help, where are these people? When you start to do the glow up, this is what happens. People tend to fall out of your life. Sometimes you're not meant to keep certain people in your life for a lifetime. And this is the celebratory energy of being able to recognize that and move forward with what you guys are doing. And if they want to stay and support you, they are more than welcome. But if they're going to try to sabotage and try to talk you out of what you're doing, you don't need them, because it's just going to drag your situation down. And then you're out of the lack mindset with the Four of Cups. And you're ready with this person, okay? You're feeling more fulfilled because you're starting to move towards your own individuality again. You guys are refinding yourselves. I hate to sound like a broken record, but that's the message that just keeps coming through. Hey, Sprite. But when it comes to the person that's on your mind, your spouse, your significant other, your person you're dating or the person you're interested in, that person on your mind right now, you're ready to move forward and stop hiding in the darkness. The moon in reverse. So in the move, yes, I am doing a collective reading right now for everyone in here. If you want a personal one, it's $11 in my Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal, or in my TikTok bio. The moon in upright is usually hidden secrets and things that you kind of try to keep hidden for a reason because you're not ready to let people in. But in the reverse, you're ready to open up and be more vulnerable, especially with the Eight of Swords. I brought that up earlier, but you're coming into your Queen of Wands. This is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. So you guys are no longer sitting on this. You're ready to open up to this person because you have been ready to do this for a minute. But you just didn't know how, why, or when. But now that you're in your power and you've been honest with yourselves, you're ready to be honest with your person, which is amazing because the only success is communication in a relationship. And if you're not willing to be completely full on and open with this person and vulnerable, there's no point to be in a relationship because you should feel safe doing that. If you don't feel safe having a conversation with this person, then you shouldn't be in it. So we're going to clarify with my Crow Tarot. Crows are the messengers of the animal world. They send you warnings. They send you information and things to just kind of like pay attention on your path. So if you see them flying around or if you hear them crowing, they're trying to tell you something. So they're just basically telling you to wake up and pay more attention to your surroundings and what's going on in your situations. So let's clarify. Can we get some clarification for this reading, please? What is going on with this collective and their person? What is on their mind? The Sun. The most positive card you could ever get in the tarot. This is, everything is being illuminated right now. They're starting to see everything for what it is, and so are you. Like, you guys are both going to see everything about each other very soon, and it's going to be really wonderful. Justice. This is an 8 year. 2024 is an 8 year, guys. This is the year of karma. The 8 makes an infinity symbol, so all the karma that you've been through in your past lives is coming to fruition, and you're finally getting justice for your karmic energy, which means you may be ending something with a karmic situation with a person, and if you have a karmic relationship with someone, it could be coming to an end, or you could just be getting karmic justice for all the good that you've done and all the people that did you dirty. All you got to do is sit back. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to manifest anything. You don't have to do anything for these people that did you dirty, because it's coming for them. This year is a karma year. So all you got to do is do you this year and sit back and watch what happens. There's the Fool again. You guys are ready to take some major leaps. And I asked specifically for love life, so some of you guys are going to dive in head first. So I hope you guys make the first move. I'm hearing you need to be the one to make the first move because the other person is nervous. And with the Karmic Justice card, that could be an ex coming in. That could be an ex coming in trying to reconcile, but you're not going to fall for that shit. You're not going to fall for that shit. Yeah, the Star in reverse is Aquarian energy. Clarify the Star, please. Why is the Star here? See, I told you this is an ex coming in. Four of Swords is taking a rest and grieving. Yeah, if your guys' exes are coming back, you're free to do what you want to do. You have free will, and I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to give you the advice from your guides. They've put you through hell. They've done some stupid stuff to you. Here's where your Queen of Swords is going to come in handy. A Seven of Swords in reverse. This person was a backstabber for sure. Your Queen of Swords is definitely going to come in handy because you're going to have a conversation with this person when they come around. But it's not going to be anything like you guys used to talk to each other. You're going to be very different, and it's probably going to tick them off because you're going to be very calm. You're not going to yell. You're not going to get heated because for you, it's over. For that person, they're like, oh, I done fucked up. So they're going to try and come back, but I feel like it's monetary. Good for you, Livesy, because like I said earlier in the reading, since you guys have been doing your glow up, they think that you got all this money now and you got all that. They're coming back for material reasons. It has nothing to do with your connection. Even though you guys were karmically connected in a past life, you did meet in this life, but you met in this life again just to be able to cut that tie. Because now you're ending that soul contract and you won't have to deal with them ever again in another lifetime. Thank goodness. Because holy crap. I'm getting major, like, cray-cray vibes. But you're using your Queen of Swords to just, oh my God, the moon in reverse again. How does that happen? You can't make that shit up. You are no longer holding back anything. You're no longer hiding a thing. And it is making you feel so free to speak your truth and use your voice. Because you've been holding so much back. And not just from your person, but from everybody. So, I really, the Seven of Wands. They are chaos. They are absolute chaos. I'll put that over here. Sorry guys, sometimes I need to pause and listen. Yeah. Okay, so, with you not holding back anymore, having a conversation with this person is really going to cause some chaos. I hate that, but at the same time, all you got to do is sit there and be you. And just be chill, don't react. It's going to make them crazier, but that's fine because it's no longer your circus, not your monkeys. And they don't need to be causing any of that crap for you, and you're not going to let them. Ten of Pentacles. Once that person is out of your life, you're going to be free to reach your Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is everything. It's family, it's everything. It's financially stable, it's financial generational wealth. It's basically all your ducks are in a row. And everything's lining up quite nicely for you guys. So once you cut that toxic tie and you handle the chaos the way you do, that's going to make you way more attractive to your soulmate. I told you. The Lovers. That is on its way. Once this tie with your ex is cut, game over. That is the one thing holding you back right now from being with your soulmate. That is for you single people. For you people that are in a relationship, you may still be, or your significant other may still be holding on to past relationships, not in the aspect that you still want to be with this person, but you're having a lot of problems getting rid of the hurt and the trauma. And it's not that you haven't done the work. It's just, it's really hard to forgive those things and let them go because they were so life-changing for you. But, and this is me just speaking from your guides. I'm actually getting ready to get out a new deck. If you hang on to that trauma, it doesn't matter who you're with or where you go or how you move on. That is going to affect every relationship, even professionally. So if you have people in your life that show similarities or red flags compared to your exes or people that have hurt you in the past, and you immediately shut down because of the trauma, it's not going to do you any favors. It's okay to forgive it. Are you going to forget it? No. And no one's asking you to, because you can't really, if once you've heard something, you can't unhear it. Once you've seen something, you can't unsee it. And it's the same thing with every sense. So if something triggers you, you need to work on that. And every time I always recommend counseling or therapy of some kind. If it helps you move on and cope so that it doesn't affect your relationships in the future, I highly recommend working with a professional to do those things, because it can only be good for you. It can only help you give yourself tools to work forward in the future. They're telling me to cut this deck away. Yeah. You've been totally sabotaged and shit talked in your past. The Seven of Swords. And the Three of Cups has been reversed. You haven't been able to celebrate because you've just been in this stuck energy. But you guys are going to end that very, very soon. It's hard to ask for timelines because, you know, things could change. I could tell you exactly when this could come to fruition, but if you end up doing your free will thing and you go off the path, and you don't listen to your intuition, you could wind up changing your timeline and things could switch up for you. So I try to give you some timelines, but then we get the advice from your angels and how to stay on that timeline to make sure that it actually happens. They're telling me to cut this one again too. Shit. Ten of Pentacles again. Holy crap, guys. And the Seven of Swords again. Okay, I'm hearing haters gonna hate. Okay? When they see your glow up, the haters gonna start coming out. Okay? But you are so much in your power now. That is not going to affect you moving forward. It's really not. Because they're telling me to tell you to look at it this way. The more you grow, okay, and the more exposure you get, some of you are meant to be in like social media, whatever, you're going to be getting a lot of attention. And this is going to bother a lot of people. Your light bothers their darkness. So they're going to get pretty nasty. Some of you, this is a spouse. I'm getting like, there's been times where you've tried to elevate and move forward and do things for yourself, but that person couldn't. I'm getting huge narcissist vibes. Like they cannot stand to see you elevate and move forward with something that doesn't have anything to do with them. So they're going to do everything in their power to make you feel crappy about doing what you're doing so that you stay stuck with them. And that's not fair to you. And they're not being fair to themselves either, because clearly, if they were okay with this relationship, they wouldn't be so hateful and awful. Yeah. The King of Wands is on the bottom of the deck in the reverse. You're cutting that fucking tie. And if you're single and happy, you do you, boo-boo. But there is somebody coming in for you. I'm getting around March. And whether you're ready or not, they're coming. So... it's a matter of if you're open enough. But with the moon in reverse twice, I have a feeling you're not going to be mad about this. Because it's going to be different than anything you have ever met. Okay, so we're going to do the hidden truth. We're going to get in. This is my brand new deck. Purchased with your guys' thoughtful donations, which I appreciate, because every donation that I get goes straight into my channels and trying to get this business going. So I appreciate you guys so much, and your lovely, lovely contributions are helping me be able to do this. So, he's gonna be fine, girl. You're gonna see him and be like, where'd that come from? Like, It's gonna be awesome. Okay, so God, Source, Universe, please help me connect with my spirit guides, the collective spirit guides, and the person on their mind, so that we may get the answers we need to know in this now moment, only for our highest and best. Thank you. Amen. Doing harm to none. Okay, so what is the person on the collective's mind? Like your person. What is their person thinking about them right in this moment? I love this because I'm nosy as hell, and this gives some detail. So let's see what Spirit has to say, y'all. So many things remind me of you. Is this in the right? I can't see it, so it's backwards for me. Let me know that it is. If it's backwards for you, I apologize, but I'm reading it out, so you should be able to read it. I'm not techie savvy, so I'm... Okay. Okay, cool. That's fine. I told you this was some ex bullshit. I hope that you can forgive me one day. You're thinking about another person, but your ex, they greedy as hell. They can't let you. So many things. Okay, so the person that's on your mind, I don't know if you guys have been out of communication for a little bit, but every time they're out or doing something, they're looking for you. Somebody the other day said they saw somebody that looked like you. Like, but then the ex comes in and is like, I hope they can forgive me one day. Blah, 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 blah. Cry. It is what it is. So what is the person of interest? What are they thinking? Get the ex out of here. Still the ex. I wish I had treated you better. Okay. So this is, okay, this is the person you're currently interested in. I want to be more than friends with you. I feel like this is a work situation. Some of you guys been eyeballing somebody at work, or there's like super strong chemistry between the two of you. Sorry, I vape. I'm trying to quit smoking, so, you know. But I can't do it on screen, otherwise TikTok will flag me. So, I want to be more than... This is like somebody at work or school or something. They're quiet. They're very shy. They're afraid to say something. That's way too many cards. That is way too many cards. They're quiet, and then all of a sudden it's like, bleh. They want to say everything at one time. What the heck? Oof. Here we go. I want to feel that way again. So you've known this person for a little while. Somebody's energy coming in here. I don't know who needs to hear this, but this has been for like 2 years or more. You've been kind of eyeballing, and it's like that weird crush you have on somebody all through high school, but you don't really say anything. It's so weird. It's so weird. But they want to feel like they did the first day that you guys met. Like, they want to be around. I don't know why, but I feel like a distance between the two of you. Like, you either live a couple hours away from each other, or... For married people, this is your spouse. Like, there's a distance between the two of you because things have been kind of shut down lately and you haven't really been communicating. But for people that are single crushing on somebody, they've stepped back. Like, almost like they've ghosted for a minute. But it's just because they're scared and they don't know what to say. You make them nervous as hell. I mean, just because you don't have crushes doesn't mean they're not crushing on you. So, I mean, with the moon in the reverse, that may come out soon within the next 2 weeks. But I did ask specifically for this weekend. So, just saying. You guys may be having a conversation this weekend with somebody that is either crushing on you. Okay. They back the fuck off because they have not let go of their past traumas. I left you before you could leave me. They were putting you in that category like you're just every other bitch, but you are not every other person. Male or female. They backed out before you could hurt them because they were almost expecting it, which is effed up because you didn't do nothing. You didn't do anything to indicate that they couldn't trust you, which is messed up. But this person has been doing a lot of self-work. Like I said, this has been like a couple. I'm getting 2. So you could have either met in February of last year or 2 years ago in Feb, but it's 2 all over. Yeah, so over the last 2 months, the last 2 months has been like a huge roller coaster for a lot of people. So it wouldn't make sense. It would make perfect sense that this would be what this person is going through. So like for the last 2 months, they have really been looking hard at their situation and figuring out what it is they need to say to come forward, because you kind of intimidate this person because of your connection. And it's nothing you did. You're just being yourself. And you're intimidating to them because they know that you're real. And they know that nobody else exists like you, and they don't know where to go with that, and they're scared to death. So they've been taking the last 2 months to work on their own I want you. Hey. They've been taking the last 2 months to work on their own situation and figure out what's going on, and they've decided that they want you. They're going to come in with a conversation with, I'm getting like email or text, because unfortunately that's just how people communicate these days. Everything has just gotten so impersonal. But they're ready, like with the moon in the reverse. And I asked about your person doing the reading too. Not only are you ready to be vulnerable with this person, but this person's ready to come out and be vulnerable with you too. Because before, I think the thing that made you guys kind of separate or distance for a while and ghost each other for a little bit was just that you felt like things got stagnant and it wasn't really moving anywhere, because this person just didn't really have a whole lot to offer up or talk about, because they were not ready to let you fully into their deepest and darkest stuff, which is a lot. But I feel like most of you guys have known this person for a while now, or this person has been watching you from afar. Like, I'm getting social media stalking for sure. And they're trying to figure you out and figure out what makes you tick, but they know deep in their soul what we all know. The best way to find out is to actually just talk to the person. Otherwise, you're just sitting there coming up with all these conclusions. Like, they're showing me a person who is sitting there on social media stalking your page, and they saw you out to lunch with like another person of the opposite sex, and they were like, who the hell is this person? Where did this person come from? Oh my God, they're dating, they're da-da-da, and all you did was just go to lunch with a colleague or something. Like, they created this whole situation in their head, like, oh my God, they're moving on, they don't want me anymore, blah, blah, blah. I spent too long being quiet, and this and this and that. You just over here doing you. And they are creating their own chaos with that 7 of Wands that popped up earlier. They're creating their own shit in their own head. And what does that, and what creates these kinds of situations and kind of relationships, is just not talking with each other. So much of that shit could be avoided if people just talk to each other. If you guys follow me and you have seen my readings before, it sounds kind of like a broken record, but you know how big I am on communication, which is funny because I've been kind of closed off lately, so you know, I should probably be preaching to myself, but it is what it is. There's a lot been going on, though, too. So, usually my friends and family know me. They know I am an open book, and I've been told to not share so much sometimes. But I'm a Sagittarius. We don't hide shit. what you see is what you get. But going through a lot of stuff, some people tend to shut down. And they just need some time to introvert and go into hermit mode and kind of get their situation back together. That's what's going on with your person. Their life is not together as it seems. So they're trying to come at you correct, and they're really focusing on their jobs right now, trying to get as much money as possible because they don't want to come to you a broke bum. But there's been a lot of tower moments happening too, so people's lives have been changing. And, I interject my own situations because it helps you guys relate, and Spirit is like, you're going through it too, they need to know. So this is one of the things people tell me that I share too much. I'm like, well, guess what? Some people need to hear this, otherwise I wouldn't be moved to tell you. In December, I was evicted, and I was literally researching how I was going to live out of my car because I made too much money at my job, my day job. I'm a hairstylist. Too much money to qualify for low-income housing. And I didn't have enough money to afford an apartment. Studios and shit, like a fucking closet with a sink in it, is like $1,000 or more a month. I couldn't find anything for less than $1,000 to rent. So nobody can afford anything anymore. So I literally had no option. That was my option. So I just sat back and I was like, you know what? I could freak out. And I could be, people in my situation will be jumping off bridges and checking themselves into the psych ward, and I've been through that already. And I'm like, you know what? I've already been through so much in my life, and I'm still here. Spirit's got me. I'm going to be fine. I wasn't even scared. And then a couple weeks before I had to move, my friend Sandy and her husband offered me their basement, which is why you see rafters above me. But we worked together, and she knew my situation, and she's like, I want to help you get back on your feet because your family's shitty and we want to help you. So I'm like, oh, thank you. So being prideful, I would have said, oh, no. I have to do this on my own. I have to blah, blah, blah. I have to be able to get myself out of this hole and blah, 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 blah. A big part of this journey is learning how to receive as well. Normally I would not accept anything from anyone because I don't want to feel indebted to them, and I don't want to feel this way and like guilty for having to put them out and this and this and that. If they wouldn't have offered, they would not have offered if they couldn't handle this. And Spirit is saying you need to learn how to receive because we're humans and humans need other humans. I don't care who you are. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care what you got going on. Every single person needs help. And sometimes all you have to do is ask. And then it happens. So I just said, Spirit guides, I don't know what I'm going to do. Please help me. And I'm fine. So I actually got another job. So yesterday I got another job. So I'll be working 2 jobs now. I love you guys. And I'm trying to get the tarot business off the ground. And I'm trying to get my film career off the ground too. So I've got a lot of things coming up. So I'm going to be as consistent as I possibly can with you guys on here. But, my goal is to get my own place. So I'm going to be hustling. So I will be here at least once a week. And if something pops up, I'm going to post a video letting you guys know what's going on. On my YouTube, I'm going to make a playlist about the shenanigans, so you guys can follow along and know what's going on. Because, I'm an open book. I don't like to leave people in the dark. It's communicating. I have a relationship and a responsibility with my collective as a reader and a spiritual counselor to be open and honest with you guys so that you understand I'm just as human as you are. And I may not be able to be there all the time for you guys consistently, but everybody has things happen. And everybody needs to just take a beat and do some self-care and just take a nap or a little extra time in the shower, something that, just a little something for yourself. Like I took the last couple of days, I was planning to go live yesterday, the day before, but I have been moving and my body is not happy about it. So I just been, the last couple of days I've been working, and then I come home and I just crash. Because my body needs it. And that's what happens when you guys listen to your bodies. You're not supposed to be a machine. You're not supposed to be constantly overbearing yourself. I'm not saying don't work hard, because that makes you prouder in the long run, but I am saying don't do it to your own detriment to where it actually ends up hurting you. If you get too run down, you'll get sick more easily. If you're not eating correctly, it's going to bring your vibe down, and then you block your blessings. So you guys have got to, like, I may have a million things I'm doing right now, but I still make sure to tell people, I need a minute. I'm holding off. So people can understand that, or they don't have to. My collective, I feel, is the same way. If you guys if we have an appointment scheduled and you are not feeling it that day, we shouldn't read, because that's your energy. And if your energy is not right, you're not going to get the most accurate reading. So if I'm wanting to do this for you guys, I have to make sure that I am breathing and making sure that my head is right and that I'm grounding. Because if I'm giving you guys inaccurate information, then what am I doing this for? So that is the thing that you guys have to remember in your own situations, is to remember, if you're feeling run down and you're tired and exhausted and you feel like you're just panting and you can't catch your breath and blah, 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 cancel something. Take a minute and just take a nap for the day. Lay on the couch and do nothing but binge your favorite shows. I'm telling you, just do something for yourself to where you're making yourself the priority. And if people are going to have a problem with it, they will get over it. Job's not going anywhere. And if it does, it just means you were meant for something else, because you're taking better care of yourself. So I need you guys to do you better, because I can feel the exhaustion coming from you. And it's a lot. And it's a lot. I can't say anything else, but it's a lot. So that came directly. I feel like this is what your person needs you to know too, because they've been going through it. They've been going through this as well. So they need you to know the reason they ghosted, or the reason that they went quiet, it has nothing to do with you. Is everything to do with their situation and what they have been trying to revamp and reorganize and all of that. So it's nothing personal. They're just going through a lot of shit, and it's hard for them to sort it out. I feel like that's when my energy's been that way too. It's just very chaotic. It's so much stuff happening at one time. It's hard to focus and keep track of everything. So, but they feel strong enough with you to know that you trust that. And they feel strong enough in your connection that, you know, they feel guilty, and they feel like they want to come forward with an apology for ghosting you for as long as they have. But it's not like they've wronged you or done anything wrong. It's just that they've been so focused on trying to get their shit together that they haven't really talked to anyone, not just you, anyone. So, I feel like they're coming out of that now. The more the spring comes and there's more sunlight around, winter's also a very depressing time for a lot of people too. So once everything starts blooming and everything, I have a feeling there's gonna be a conversation where they're gonna be like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to cut you out, and blah blah blah. It had everything to. They're almost verbatim gonna say what I'm saying to you. They had a lot going on. They couldn't figure out how to focus, and they just needed to just hide from everybody. 2 more. Oof, that flew. Finding out the truth crushed me. What does that mean? Why is that here, Spirit? I replay our conversations over and over. Okay. Wow. So this is a person that has a third-party situation going on. I feel like they weren't hiding it from you, though. Like, you knew they were already with this person, or they let you know about it. Wow. This person has been cheated on. And around the time they started ghosting and going quiet is about the time they found out about it, because it's hard for them to wrap their mind around what's going. And I feel like they've been in a relationship for a minute. That's why I'm saying this has been like 2 years or more, because you met this person through work or something of that nature, some kind of hobby you're interested in, and they ended up, oh wow, you found out about their story and you found out that they're with somebody, but there's just like this connection between the two of you. Just get each other. You just know what each other's thinking, and it's very comfortable, like you've known them your whole life, and you can be weird around it. You can just be yourselves around each other. And it's not so much that you've been wishing for this to happen. It's just that, you keep thinking about something with them and how great it would be if you guys were together, but you don't want to intrude on their situation, because they're ultimately going to make the decision that they're going to make. They have free will. So, but I feel like around Christmas time, they're telling me Christmas time, finding out the truth crushed me. I replay our conversations over and over. They found out that their person was screwing around. Or that there's something that they still haven't let go of yet. So this was very crushing to your person. And they've been doing a lot of grieving with this, because they're making a final decision. And I replay our conversations over and over again. It means that they are yes! Which one was it? I want to feel that way again. I left you before you could leave me. This is making a lot more sense now, guys. I wish I had treated you better. Yeah, okay. They constantly think about you. They lose sleep over you. This is a reading for the collective, the person on your mind. This is the energy I'm picking up, though. There's lots of different energy right now, so this could be specifically for you, or it could be for someone else in here, but take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Do not try to make it fit your own story. They started getting the feels for you around the same time, like the first time you guys met, and they love you like crazy. They want to know what you're doing. They know that they can be themselves around you. You guys send a lot of something with music, like you guys have a playlist that you share back and forth. Like you guys keep putting your favorite songs on this playlist, and it winds up being the same song. Like it's really, really fun. It's just that really great. It's like soul vibe connection, but you guys really get each other, and you guys want the same things for your lives too. All you want is to be in a relationship with someone that supports you as much as you support them. And it's total 50-50 teamwork. Like, this person's been really, really struggling to make the decision on whether or not they want to stay with the person they're with. But they have come to the decision, like they've been trying to grieve the situation because they knew the person they're with screwed them over. And they keep thinking about your guys' conversations and how easy it is and how great you are to talk to and how much you just get them. They don't have to keep explaining themselves with you. What else is this person thinking? I know I was a distraction from your pain. For some reason, they're feeling used. Why do they feel used, Spirit? Oh. Okay. They knew that you were going through a lot of shit in your life too. And they felt like you were kind of using them at the moment to distract them, or to be a distraction for you. But it's not the case. That's just what they assumed. Because something happened during your guys' situation, like, wow, that flew out. during the time that you guys have known each other, something went down with your situation where, you know, you were really hurt and crushed in two, and they kind of like separated because they want to be there and be supportive for you, but they don't want you to catch the feels and get the idea that until they figured out their situation. You know what I mean? Am I making sense to you guys? Like, I feel like I'm all over the place. You were the best thing in my life. I love you. And that's where this came. I left you before you could leave me. They're just like, this is too good to be true. This is too good to be true. I need to get out now before they end up realizing that this is... I mean, they are so insecure. Holy crap. Holy crap. They are so insecure. I told you, I said this earlier. My life is not as together as it seems. I said that verbatim earlier. Wow. Okay. I wish I could share my good news with you. So, okay. They're leaving that person. They're leaving that person. Now, mind you, at the beginning of this, I asked about this weekend. So there may be a conversation this weekend, and they're going to tell you what's happening. Sorry, when spirit comes through, my nose itches really bad. I wonder if you are happy without me. Okay. That's another thing. I told you guys they were stalking your social media and creating all these scenarios in their own head about you. They think that you're moving on without them because you've been quiet too. But it couldn't be further from the truth. Like, you're not waiting for this person per se, but you're not really looking and dating anyone else either. You're just kind of being happy and doing your own thing and hanging out with your friends and stuff. But when you post pictures of yourself with your friends and things that you're doing and all this other crap, they're like, oh my God, they're not even thinking about it. Like that total pity party energy. They're moving on without me. They haven't reached out, blah, blah, blah. So I asked for some advice in this situation, and Spirit said, if they don't reach out to you by Sunday, reach out to them. And if they ghost you again, it may be time to move on. Here's another thing I want you guys to know. Just because you guys feel the way you do about each other, it could happen. And you guys both want this to happen. Tricky part is we're humans and we have free will. So if this person refuses to step out of their comfort zone and step out of that nice, cushy little toxic situation they're in, they're just going to stay stuck where they are and nothing can happen. So if you reach out and this person doesn't reach back, it's been a while that you've been trying to like balance the situation and figure out what's going on. So this weekend a decision needs to be made. In the beginning of the reading, the Two of Wands came out. That is fast-moving, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. Decisions. Which path are you going to take? So if this person reaches out to you, that's great. That means that it's a go. They're ready to come in and be honest with you and let you know what's been going on and finally be vulnerable with you. However, if you reach out on Sunday and just say, hey, how are you doing? Or are you doing, something just nonchalant that's like, you could even say, you've been on my mind lately and I just wanted to check in. And if they don't reach back, then I would consider moving forward and just focusing on you and your career. Like, go to work. Just don't worry about that, because if that's what's happening right now, it's probably not the time. And unfortunately, as humans, we're very impatient and we want things to happen at a certain timeline. But the thing that we have to understand, and it's not about our timeline, it's in the universe's time. Divine timing, not ours. I would love for this to happen tomorrow for you guys, but it's when it's the right time, Spirit will let it happen. But they're strongly telling me by Sunday. I would reach out by Sunday. Thank you. If the person doesn't reach out to you in the next 4 days, I don't even know what date it is. Is it Wednesday? Oh, it's Thursday. Sheesh. So in the next 4 days, if that person doesn't reach out, I would reach out by Sunday. And if they end up ghosting you, bye. Not saying it won't happen a few years down the road or whatever. You guys might reconnect. You might just stay friends for the rest of your lives. Who the hell knows? But communication is needed. And if they're not going to start it, you got to be the one. All right, so let's get some guidance from our angels, y'all. And at the very end, I have a couple of announcements, so I'd like for you guys to stick around so you know what's going on. Angel source, guide source. Wow. God, source, universe, please help me connect with the spirit guides of the collective as well as my own spirit guides so that we may get the answers that we need to know in this now moment for our highest and best, doing harm to none. Thank you. Om Ashe. Amen. So this is the guidance. We're asking the angels for guidance. Angels, what do we need to know moving forward? What guidance and advice do you have for the collective moving forward? Thank you. And the situation with their loved one. I mean, they do it to me every time, and I'm still shocked. This is Angel Rochelle. As you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. I told you guys are so much more focused on your own intuition, and you're doing exactly what you're supposed to. So just keep doing you. You're doing it. Isabella. Yes. The timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. So they're telling me to tell you to be careful, okay? Your thoughts have power. Your words have power. That's why they call it spelling. Positivity only, okay? Your thoughts will manifest. You guys are very powerful in manifesting what you want. If you don't keep your thoughts and your words positive, you're just going to manifest the things that are actually coming out of your mouth. So if people are asking you, how are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm good. You're saying I'm good, but on the inside, you're like, my life is shit. If you keep thinking that way, your life is going to stay shit. People think it's so hard. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's freaking difficult as hell to turn your shit around. But it's because our brains are conditioned to think a certain way. So we have to start consciously reconditioning our own brains to be positive instead of think of the worst possible outcome. Because if you keep thinking like that, the bad stuff is going to happen. So if you like, what if, oh my God, what if I quit my job and I be a tarot reader for the rest of my life? What if I fall behind? What if I blah, 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 blah. I'm already behind. Spirit's taking care of me. What if it does work out? What if it turns into something that I was meant to do? And it's my purpose. And it does work out. The other shit in my life is falling apart around me right now because it's not meant for me anymore. So the universe is taking the trash out for me. And it's pushing me towards a higher purpose that I am meant for. So, like I said, It could be the worst thing for some people and they can't figure out how to get out of it. And if you just sit back and say, okay, this is happening for me, not to me. Jesus, take the wheel. And it's fine. I have a home that I get to stay in to get back on my feet. And by the fall, I will have my own place. I got a new job yesterday too. So I'm working 3 jobs. It's happening. Not the way I want it to. But it's what needs to happen. It's not up to me. So when you guys start relinquishing that control, I can guarantee you you're never going to be able to understand how or why it's working the way that it is. But when you start finally letting go, everything's just going to fall right into place where it needs to. Follow your gut, follow your intuition, and never, ever deny yourself or talk yourself out of it. What'd I just say? Francesca, what do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come out. Negativity will block your progress. Holy crap! Sometimes it's just... Wow. That was pretty on the nose, y'all. I can't make this shit. I mean, you're sitting here watching me do this. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Hey, Psychrosis. I like that name. That's cool. Adriana. I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. I mean, how? How does that happen? But you see in the picture, these are kids. So Spirit is telling you to have a more childlike energy towards what you're doing. When you were kids, you were outside playing around. You didn't worry about the bills. You didn't worry about, making the car payment. You didn't worry about needing to get the oil changed or any of that shit. You were outside going, oh, let's play this game. I want to be the warrior queen and blah, 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 blah. Like, you didn't worry about that shit. You were free. And even though we're adults and we have these responsibilities now, they're gonna still be there. Whether you keep paying it, I mean, I'm not saying don't pay your bills and don't be irresponsible, but I'm just saying be more childlike in your decisions. I am using The Messages from Your Angels by Doreen Virtue. I love her cards. They have great artwork on them and they're awesome. But you also see the childlike energy is playing and all this stuff, but Adriana has them by the hand, and you see this really dark, creepy looking cave that she's going to be walking them into. She's the one guiding the way, and they're listening to her. It's pretty self-explanatory. I just told you guys, follow your intuition. She is your intuition. And these kids are saying, okay, let's go in this crazy, dark, creepy cave and see what happens. She's lighting the way. The way to your purpose is just following your own intuition. And having... It's okay to have fear about it. You can be scared. We're all humans. That's fine. But the Fool card came out twice too. It's taking that leap with understanding that even though you may not have a safety net, it's gonna be fine. Look at all the shit you have already been through and how far you have come, and have faith that you will be fine if you take this leap. Layla. Spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. A lot of you guys have a very negative mindset right now. But this whole spread, the advice that I am asking your guides for, is literally saying, ask your angels and guides for help. All you have to do is sit there and say a prayer, or just, if you're sitting here by yourself, you're like, okay, I don't think I have a handle on this. Please help me. Angels and guides, please help me. It will happen. I'm going to share a story with you. Friday, we had a bad snowstorm. Okay. Where I moved, it's a lot more rural than it is urban where I used to live. Or, excuse me, suburban. So the snow was a lot different out this way. Okay. I was coming home, and the entrance that I know to take is blocked because all these cars are sideways. It was a mess. The roads were a mess. It was very scary. So I take the back way, and it's hills and curves, and I'm like, so at one point I was just like, okay, please God, please Jesus, please angels, please guides, please everybody, just please help keep me safe. Help keep me safe. Just please help me stay safe. And I was completely fine until I got home. And right to the entrance to the neighborhood, there's a slight incline. I got stuck. I got stuck right there. And I was like, well, that's not exactly what I asked for, but thank you. It's fine. I know it's happening for a reason. So I was like, okay, when I do this, I didn't notice there was a big white truck right next to me. And the dude that was driving the truck, he had a big tow cable. So he was very kind, and he was helping people get up into the neighborhood up that little hill. So he comes and knocks on my windows next, and he's like, try to put it in this gear and da-da-da. And he looks at me and he's like, are you my haircut lady? And I'm like, oh my God, Kaden, what are you doing here? He lives an hour away from where I live. And I'm like, what are you doing in this spot at this moment? He's like, oh, my buddy's girlfriend and him are building a home in this neighborhood, and they were out here and she got stuck. So they came out to rescue his girlfriend, and I just so happened to get stuck right in that spot at that specific moment. Because I asked for help, I was fine. I got home just fine. And I said, you're getting free haircuts for the rest of your life. I was like, thank God you were here at this point. There is a reason, guys. That is a testimony to show you what happens if you just ask for help. It's a very scary moment. Your car could fly off the road at any minute. A disaster could happen. You could crash into someone. You could slide down the hill into another person. Da, da, da. All I did was ask for protection. I asked for guidance and my guides and God and Jesus to help me. And I was perfectly fine. I did not crash on the way there. I did get stuck, but they sent me help. So there's no other way to explain any of that besides how it happened. And I'm just telling you guys, once you start to learn how to let go and know that you cannot control every situation, just ask for help and they will take you the rest of the way. That is exactly what they want you to know. And real. And that happened to me so that I could share it for you. To give you proof that it's real. Because a lot of people are doubting Thomas's. If you can't see it, it's not real. Well, it's real. Because it happens a lot with me. Indriel, you are a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon earth and all of its inhabitants. I told you guys with that Queen of Swords energy and the moon in reverse. I mean, there's so many different energies for this, because there's a lot of you that have been coming in and out, but there's a lot of energies right now because you guys have been going through a lot of different things yourselves. So it kind of feels like, oh, I'm going this way and then I'm studying, then I veer this way, and then it feels like you guys are all over the place right now. Like nothing is stable at the moment, and it's not supposed to be, because things are changing and shifting right now for your highest and best. And it's not happening to you, it's happening for you, because you are meant for something major, something amazing. You are meant, and it may not be a lifelong movie star or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You may just be meant to cross paths with some person and give them your story, and it may save their life. You never know. It could be something like that. There is something for you. You are a light worker, and you have that light inside of you that you need to share with people, and stop being so negative all the time and be more open with your loving soul. Because when people feel that on you, it spreads. Better than COVID. A positive attitude and a great mindset and a beautiful heart will spread faster than any virus. And I'll tell you what, Serena, I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. What did I say? It's not up to you. It's not within your time frame. It's within the divine timing. It's happening. It may not be happening right when you need it to, but it's coming. You just have to be patient and know that it's there. It's like winning the lottery. I know not a lot of us have experienced that. It'd be nice if we did. Just kidding. I'm grateful, I promise. It's like getting a bonus at work. Okay. You know it's coming. It's not in your account yet. It's not in your bank account yet. But you're acting like it's already there. You already know it's coming. So just know that your blessings are already there in the bank. But they just haven't been cashed in yet. So everything that's meant for you is sitting right there. You just have to have faith enough and wait for it to come in. And as soon as it comes in, you're going to shit your pants. Because you're going to be like, oh my gosh. All I had to do was have faith and believe in the universe and figure it out. I told you guys self-care. Bethany. When you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, a sea salt bath, or a pedicure. Guys can get pedicures too. Don't judge. I used to do a lot of pedicures when I was in school, actually, on guys. One of them was actually an MMA fighter. And we used to actually paint his toenails because when he would drag his feet on the canvas, it would crack them up. So it helped his toenails from getting cracked all the time. I don't know why they made me tell you that, but I feel like there's a guy in here that is like against getting girly stuff done. Just, it's not a bad thing. Nobody's judging you. Yeah, self-care. So in the meantime, while you're waiting for your blessings, start spoiling yourself a little bit. Take that extra $10 and get yourself a Starbucks, or, you know, take a few minutes extra in the shower, take a nap. Like I said, at the beginning of this reading, I was like, you guys need some self-care in a bad way right now. Because you're not taking care of yourselves, you can't be good to anybody else. Excuse me. So unless you're taking care of yourself, you're going to be useless in other situations, and then you're just going to burn out. It's not going to work out. So you guys need to start doing more self-care stuff every day. Azure. It's a pretty card. Your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith and try not to force it to happen. What'd I say? Don't force anything to happen. It's already done. It's already in the books. It's already on the schedule. It's already in the, it's there. You just got to learn how to start relaxing and letting go. And just have faith that everything's going to work out. It's going to be totally fine. I can't wait to watch this video in a year and see how my life has changed. I might do like a, I don't know, like a side by side. I don't know. I know I'm going to be doing something with this video in the future. I don't know. But I've got acting stuff coming up. I've got film stuff. I've got a lot of things happening right now. But, I mean, I can't wait to see where I am in a year. I can't wait to see where you guys are in a year. This is going to be incredible. I can't wait to see what happens with you guys. That was amazing. That was a really amazing reading, guys. It started off as a love reading with your person, but Spirit takes it in different ways sometimes. It takes it to what you need to hear rather than what you want to hear. So I'm a no bullshitter person. I'm no filter, and if you need to hear it, I'm going to tell you because it's from your guides. It's not from me. Don't shoot the messenger. But it turned into a major self-love thing, and it starts a lot with your guys' mentality and your attitudes. Attitude of gratitude means everything. So when you're truly grateful for what you've got, already and what you've already been through, and understand that those things happened for you, not to you, you start to be grateful for those, and then you start transmuting the energy into a positive situation. So if you had a crappy childhood, you shouldn't let that dictate who you are as an adult, or let it be your crutch and your excuse for the way you treat people and the way you treat yourself. They just put this analogy in my head again. I've had a couple of clients over the last week where I've done readings with them, and I've said the same thing to them because they're I feel like everybody's kind of going through the same kind of situation right now. It's very similar. Of course, there's differences, but it's the same moral to the story. Picture you and your children, okay? You love your children, and you don't want anybody to be mean to them. You don't want them to be mean to themselves. So you get angry when somebody says something to your child. Like, would you tell your child, oh my God, you're such a piece of shit. I can't believe you fucked that up. You could have done that way better. Would you say that to your kid? Absolutely not. I would end someone if they even thought about saying something like that to my child. So why would I say it to myself? What? It's not nice. It's not fair. Flynn is confirming. I don't know if you heard him barking. But it's the same thing. It's about learning how to parent yourself. I spoke earlier about reconditioning your thought process and your negative thoughts. It's all about parenting yourself and being nurturing towards yourself. If you're going to nurture your children and treat them a certain kind of way, you should be treating yourself the same way, because you deserve it just as much as they do. You didn't deserve the shit that happened to you. Nobody deserves anything awful that happens to them. But we don't need to abuse ourselves because someone else hurt us. I mean, how maddening is that? That's just so strange. But it's something that we've been conditioned to do. So start focusing on the good stuff you do today. Like, today I made my bed. It's not much, and it may seem trivial and stupid to some people, but for a person with depression, that's huge. It's a huge thing. And then when I come home, I don't, no. Nobody deserves anything bad. It just depends on situations and what's going on, and nobody deserves anything bad. Everybody deserves to be happy. What happens is when you have free will, you make the decisions you make, and it's your choice to act a certain way. And then whatever happens to you happens because you're not willing to change. And if you're not willing to change, then nothing ever is going to change for you. So it's all about attitude and what you're doing. But, little things like that, if you just get the dishes done, just, if you have a hard time with keeping things up like I do, just do one little thing every day. And then by the end of the week, the whole room will be clean. And just take one room a week until you finally get to that point. It's just baby stepping it. Baby stepping your life, baby stepping everything that seems so much bigger than it is. Because that's what another thing we all do, is we make things in our head seem a lot worse than they actually are. So, some good food for thought today, man. This was pretty deep reading. I appreciate you guys sticking around. Moving forward, by this weekend, I should be fully moved into my new place. I'm pretty well set. I just have a few things to tie up and get from the other house and then put in storage, and I'm so sick of it. But anyway, and then I start my new job next week. I'm only doing one day a week, but it's a little extra something to help me get ahead. Thank you. So, I'm going to be busy, but I'm going to be popping in on here hopefully once a week. I try to do Mondays and Fridays so I can give you guys the week and then the weekend. But you know, timelines change, and you guys know better than anybody that life happens, and sometimes you can't do things exactly when you want to. So sometimes things change up, and sometimes I'm not feeling right. And like I said before, if I'm not feeling right and my body's off, I can't give you an accurate reading. So I'm not going to read when I'm feeling like crap. So, if you follow my YouTube, I usually do a daily card read. I record those at the beginning of the month, and I ask for messages for every single day of the month. So yes, I'm wearing the same clothes in every video. I get crap for that all the time. But I try to check in with you guys in the middle of the month too, to see if things are still going on the same timeline, because sometimes they can change. So, you know, it just depends. But if you follow my YouTube, I can start going live there as well from time to time. Yes, I do have other socials besides YouTube. Obviously, I'm on TikTok. I have Instagram, but I have it linked to my Facebook so I can post at the same time. But those are more like my personal things. And if you Google my first and last name, which is in my TikTok bio, all kinds of shit pops up for me, so you can follow me. You'll see my IMDb with all the filming I've been doing. My YouTube may pop up. I'm under the Savvy Saggy. And then, you know, I plan in the future to start doing like videos of what I do off camp. Like, so if I'm on set, I can show you guys some behind the scenes stuff. Like, I want you guys to keep up with me as well as I want to keep up with you. So I'd love your comments in the videos, and let me know what's going on with you guys. One thing that kind of sucks about working in the medical field, when I was in the medical field, is, you know, you get to take care of these patients, but then you never know what happens. I love being a tarot reader because I can keep up with you guys, and I can, you know, keep following up with your stories. So it keeps me interested. And I love seeing your guys' journeys. I love being on your journeys with you. So in the YouTube area, there's a community area. So I post things sometimes. You guys can comment on the posts. And then I have videos on there. I usually do my lives here, and then I repost them to my YouTube so you guys can see them there. And then, like I said, I do daily shorts and stuff, but I've got a lot going on. So this is a huge work in progress, and I appreciate your guys' patience and grace. I really do. It's a lot for one person to do. So I'm not Superwoman, but I want to get it all done. So, I actually have a couple of crochet projects to finish because my friend's babies are due in 2 weeks, and I have to finish. She wants little dragon stuffies for them, so I may post something about the little stuffies they make. I don't know, but who knows? I'm putting myself out there because when I get a reading from someone, I'd like to know who's getting into my energy. So me sharing myself with you guys lets you know who I am and who's reading your energy and who you're vibing with. So if you vibed with me, please like, share, subscribe, follow me on YouTube. And then I also have a website. If you want a personal reading, we can get more in depth into your own situation. And you can go to my website and book a reading with me. Wow. My brain is still shot, so you'll have to forgive me if I pause a lot. But yeah, if you want your own reading, I have a website you can go to look at that, and then you can follow me on YouTube. So all the stuff is in my TikTok bio if you want to do that. So, and all of the contributions you guys make go to helping me get better decks and different tools to use for your guys' readings. So I try to use those contributions to help the business first. And then whatever happens after that is, you know, it's good to go. So I love you guys. I really appreciate you letting me in and trusting me to read your energy and help you get some answers. I hope it was good for you. I hope it gave you some clarity. And hopefully by Monday I should be pretty well done with all this crap, and I can probably go live again on Monday evening. I try to do it in the evenings or around lunchtime. So I have been reading for over 15 years, probably 20 now. Oh my God, almost 20 years. Ew. I'm dating myself. Wow. I started reading when I was 19 and I'm 37. So holy crap, that makes me, I feel old. Don't ask me that question again. But yeah, if you're first here, first thing, that was, I'm glad you got to see that firsthand because I was like, oh God. Anyway, I don't just read tarot. I am also a physical and psychic medium. What that means is I take on, not voluntarily, how spirit connects with me is they make me feel how they did when they passed away or what kind of ailments they have. It's just something that I was born with, and it's what spirit does. So your loved ones may come through and make me feel something that they had or whatever, and I connect with them. It's just their way of being able to validate who they were for their families. And then eventually I tell them, okay, back off. It hurts. Like, yeah. So I started realizing I had this problem. It's not a problem. Why did I say problem? Had this gift. When I worked in the ER as an EMT, I would take on my patients' ailments and be hospitalized for a few days at a time, but I would be completely fine. Like, I would be violently ill, but my blood work and my scans and everything were perfectly normal. At one point, they thought I was actually having a heart attack because my heart rhythm on the EKG showed up like I was having a STEMI, but they did the echocardiogram, they did stress test, and they checked my troponin levels in my blood and all this stuff. Everything was perfectly normal. They could not understand why. And then a few weeks later, I had a gallbladder attack. Only it wasn't my gallbladder. I was violently ill. They did the blood work, they did this, they did that, they did the ultrasounds. Everything was completely fine. I was just really sick and had the pain. But a lady next to me in the other room was having a gallbladder surgery. She needed emergency gallbladder surgery. So I also pick up on the living. So taking the last 18 years to learn that and discern what is me versus what's the living versus what's your loved ones coming through. It was a lot. So, trying to get used to that and learning how to ground myself was a lot. So I can share those stories. I'm also going to make other playlists where, it says get to know your reader. So you'll get personal stories from me, so I don't have to keep interrupting your reading. But when spirit makes me tell that, I do it because they know somebody needs to hear it. So, but if you want to go through the playlists and stuff, like, they're not there yet, but I have the playlists made, so when they get added, you'll know. But yeah, head on over to YouTube and like and subscribe, and then it doesn't cost you anything to do that, so just show me some love. I love you guys. Thank you for letting me read your energies. I need to go eat, and I need to go take a nap because it's been a long time. So I appreciate you guys. I'll see you soon, hopefully Monday. If something changes, I'll post a video letting you know. Okay? I love you guys. Mwah.